Z.ai just launched GLM-5.3-Flash, the open weight model formerly known as Ox Alpha. In the next few minutes, we'll cover what launched, how it scores, and the practical catch behind the word Flash, so you'll know whether to test it or wait. The launch landed with 3 connected headlines. First, the mystery model was GLM-5.3-Flash. Second, the weights are public under the permissive MIT license. Third, Z.ai says it can be served efficiently on Chinese AI accelerators. That is why this is more than another leaderboard release. It is a model, a license, and an infrastructure statement arriving together. Under the hood, this is a huge mixture of experts model, about 320 billion parameters in total, but roughly 18 billion active for each token. Z.ai says it was trained on 30 trillion multimodal tokens and combines sparse attention with linear attention. In plain English, the full system is enormous, while only part of it works on each step, and the attention design tries to keep long contexts from becoming impossibly expensive. The model accepts text and images and returns text. It also targets a 1 million token context window. That sounds like a giant memory, but context size is only useful when retrieval, attention, and output quality hold together across the full span. Treat 1 million as a capability envelope, not a guarantee that every million token prompt is a good idea. Open weight does not mean lightweight. Hugging Face lists about 321 billion parameters and an MIT license. The K-Transformers deployment guide puts the FP8 model footprint at roughly 306 gigabytes and recommends at least 350 gigabytes of available system memory. So this is open for labs, cloud hosts, and serious workstations. It is not the small local model most laptop users imagine when they hear Flash. Now to performance. In Z.ai's official 6 benchmark chart, GLM-5.3-Flash scores 84.3 on terminal bench, 63.4 on deep SWE, 26.3 on agent's last exam, 48.3 on automation bench, 55.3 on humanities last exam with tools, and 17.73 on GDP Val AA. The pattern is strongest in coding, tools, and agent workflows. But remember, these are company-reported results, so they tell us where to look, not the whole verdict. Artificial analysis gives us a second lens. In the attached capture, GLM-5.3-Flash scores 57 on the intelligence index, far above the comparable median of 27, and close to several leading open-weight models. That is the strongest reason to take the release seriously. The model is not merely cheap or open, it is operating in the frontier conversation. Then comes the contradiction. The captured speed is about 49 output tokens per second, ranked notably slow in that comparison. Pricing is the opposite story. 15 cents per million input tokens, 50 cents per million output tokens, and about 9 cents per intelligence index task. In other words, Flash looks more convincing as an economics label than as a latency promise. Quick question. For your workload, would you trade some speed for this intelligence per dollar? Tell me in the comments. And if this breakdown is useful, a like or share helps more people find it. There is one more cost hidden inside a cheap token price: how many tokens the model chooses to produce. In the same evaluation capture, GLM-5.3-Flash generated 150 million output tokens, compared with a median of 110 million. The full evaluation cost was $138.02. so low unit pricing can still meet long, verbose answers. That matters for agent loops, latency, and real bills. Z.ai also frames the launch as proof that frontier inference can move beyond the usual accelerator stack. The company says its deployment system runs efficiently on domestic Chinese AI chips, with major reductions in attention compute and key-value cache use compared with GLM-5.3. That claim is strategically important, but it is still a vendor claim until broader operators reproduce it across real workloads. The community reaction captures the same tension. On Local Llama, the launch thread drew heavy interest around the MIT license, the Ox Alpha reveal, and Chinese chip deployment. But the practical question kept returning. Who can actually host a model this large? Meanwhile, Hugging Face and K-Transformers give developers a concrete path to inspect the weights and deployment steps. Openness is real here. Accessibility depends on your hardware. So who is GLM-5.3-Flash for? Teams that want strong open-weight coding and agent performance, can tolerate slower output, and have serious serving infrastructure should test it. Researchers get permissive weights and a large multimodal context to explore. Cost-sensitive API users should compare total task cost, not just price per token. And ordinary laptop users should read Flash carefully. This is a frontier-scale system, not a pocket model. That is GLM-5.3-Flash. Frontier intelligence, Flash economics, and heavyweight reality. If this helped, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. The full source list is in the description. Thanks for watching.